Well, I never thought there would be a LGS file on this story. The Tale of the Sauraktch. Sauraktch was a creature of some kind. We do not know if this was a human born with a strange condition, a kaiju that consumed many humans and many chameleons, a chameleon with a strange condition, or something else entirely. The Sauraktch is almost a cryptid. He is a figure within Spartan mythology and Greek mythology as a whole. However, he was thought to just be a myth, a legend, akin to Medusa and the Hydra, although recently that has changed. The Sauraktch was a Spartan. Whether or not he was born there or traveled there later in life is unknown. First tales and records of Sauraktch appear around 435 BC, until his death in 405 BC. The Sauraktch, along with being described as a color-changing lizard by the Spartans, and having the strength of around a dozen men, being very tall. He was essentially a large chameleon that loved battle. Didn't matter if it was worthy opponent, an orphan child, a bull, 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, the Sauraktch wanted to engage in combat. It was one of his favorite activities, aside from sunbathing. Although the Sauraktch matches a mythical creature in almost every way, there's so many detailed accounts and mentions in historical records that many believe, including us at the LGS, that he was real. He was a real creature, or man, if you could call him that existed at some point, and served in the Peloponnesian War on the side of Sparta. Then in 405 BC, something strange happened. They were out at sea, and they were engaging in a naval conflict with the Athenians. By naval, it was really just, let's put two planks between our ships so our men can fight traditionally. And, of course, the Sauraktch was decimating the opponents, as he was many times stronger than them, and his prehensile tail and feet allowed him to wield multiple weapons at once. And then this is when the story changes a bit. It's alleged that they were attacked by a Hydra, which then destroyed both Athenian and Spartan ships, and the Sauraktch lopped off one of the Hydra's heads, and the bloody stump split into two. The Hydra then dragged the Sauraktch beneath the waves, where he presumably killed it with the Epsilon axe and two spears he had in his hands and feet when he got dragged below. Only a couple survivors from those ships made it back to shore, as many of them couldn't swim, and even though they had just been attacked by a literal Hydra, something none of them had ever seen, and something that we have no record of existing before or after this, or at least not conclusively, many of them still kept fighting. Now, what's so intriguing about this story is that somehow, after all these years, we found both. At the bottom of the sea, there was a skeleton of what can only be described as a Hydra. Its body seems large and reptilian, and it has multiple heads. Pending genetic testing, although most of the lab boys think it's a kaiju of some sort. And what appears to be a chameleon the size of a man, along with a heavily damaged Epsilon axe and set of spears. Both sets of skeletons and all three weapons are currently in the custody of the Legion of Global Security and under analysis to find any genetic origins or to see if we can learn more about the biology or origins of both the Hydra and the Sauraktch, and also find out why they've been preserved for all these thousands of years.